My prayer life looks like me. No 2 days in my life are alike. So since I figured that God made me unique, that my prayer life can be unique as well. I don't have a structured prayer time. I don't know a schedule for my life as far as my vocation until about 10 days before a new month starts. So I know that every time I lie down, I'm going to pray. Every time I wake up, I'm going to pray. There are many opportunities in between those times to pray, so it's almost as if it keeps me more focused on prayer constantly because I can't have a set disciplined time. By accepting that my life isn't as structured as sometimes I would like for it to be, prayer has allowed me to know constantly that God is with me, and that even if I'm not able to pray at normal times that I feel like most people do, it's given me even a more personal, I think, relationship with God to have just the opportunity to speak to Him anytime all throughout the day. Whether it's driving to work or in my work with passengers on the airplane, there are times that things come up that I think that requires a prayer right then and there. And it helps me to know that God's with me always. Throughout my life, because it's been kind of chaotic, different focuses have come to me as how I want to pray. I always fall back on the Lord's Prayer and personalize that by, praising God that He's in the heavens and that I want His will to be done on earth through me as it is in heaven. And I'm constantly need to ask for forgiveness and for me to be able to forgive others. It just keeps me balanced in what I want to say to God and how I want to say it. It seems that I feel God's presence and my closest to Him is when I'm in nature. It shows me that His majesty and His great love for me and our world and for the people in the simple ways that He provides for us. By the trees that keep our world cool, by the food that He provides, by the different parts of nature, the animals that He made before us, and then other human beings. It just helps me to see that this world was very specifically made to fit our needs, and it just makes me grateful that God cared so much to provide this kind of a world for us. I think that the older I get, the more I know that what I pray is my petition to God, but that He's not going to always answer my prayer, either immediately or either in the way that I see fit. But, there's a country song that says, "Thank God for unanswered prayers." Remember when you're talking to the man upstairs, just because he doesn't answer doesn't mean he don't care. Thank God for unanswered prayers. There's some prayers I've prayed in my life that at the time I thought that was the right solution. I wanted it answered that way and no other way. And God knew better. So people will say, no, there's a reason for everything that happens. Well, some reasons are because of people's bad decisions. Some reasons are because God knows that there cannot be healing in that situation, and that for His mercy, He wants to bring people on home to Him, whether we're ready for them to go or not. So I think prayer has to be a two-way conversation with God answering back. Be still and know that I'm God. I'm going to work this out for your benefit. Being married to Henry Walker has been one of the biggest blessings of my life. It was an honor and a joy to be his wife and to share life with him. When his health began declining, I prayed for God to, of course, I wanted to make him to be well. I wanted him to live longer. A friend of mine had said he'd live to be 120, so we'd had 10 years together, and I just wanted more. But as it became apparent that he wasn't going to be able to live the kind of life he wanted, he and I together prayed, God, if this can't be the kind of life that is fulfilling and one that allows him to live in dignity, would you bring him home? Would you take him home? And about the night before he went to the hospital for the last time, about 4 days before he died, we prayed that prayer that night. And I told God, I said, it's okay. You blessed me with him for this time, and I want him to be at peace. I want him to be in heaven with his mother and his sister and his wife Rebecca and all the others that have gone before him that he'll enjoy, even his puppy dogs. I know they've got to be there. That would make it heaven for Henry. So as hard as it was to lose him, I continuously give thanks that he was ever in my life. So I'm grateful that I can pray, that I can be a part of a corporate body of prayer and feel that relationship with so many other believers, but also to know that at any moment I can say a prayer of thanks for the butterfly or the bees that are out pollinating on the sunflowers or the pigs that are out roaming around and creating food. So I'm just grateful that I have that opportunity, that I live in a free country where I can do that privately or publicly, and it's just my way of being connected to my Creator.